Alright, so just give me a minute here. Okay. So, busy oo, sobrang busy na ni Franz, 'di na ako pinapansin. Late na nakakabasa ng PM. So guys, imagine niyo, isa pa lang yung client ni Franz hindi na nagre-reply, eh, ako 100 messages yung nare-receive ko everyday. Hindi ko na alam kung sinong re-replyan ko talaga. So, if there are any important messages, then make sure to bump your message kasi tendency is I opened it tapos babalikan ko later. Kaya nga, I'm really hoping na magkaroon ng pinned alam niyo yun, message si Facebook, hindi yung message lang, yung pinned contact. Kasi 'di ba 'pag naano na siya, natatabunan na. So, I wish there's a pinned contact para you can get back to it later, not just a pinned message. I think somebody shared na mangyayari na yon, but I'm not sure. Kasi hindi pa rin siya available for me. Meron na. Ah. So, who's joining the in-person training tomorrow? Kasi dumating na yung lapel ko. Kailangan natin ng lapel para sa training. Ayan. Kotse nga? Baliw talaga yung nag-book na yun. Sabi ko nga eh. Oo nga eh. Ayan. All right, so I think we already have at least 22 people in this call. So again, guys, for today's session, what we will be discussing is possible third-party integrations. Kasi I've been getting a lot of messages as well via DM na, Coach, paano ko pag hindi po available yung integration sa high level? What can we do? Or let's just say, what if we want to send the data from high level directly to a different platform? Paano po namin siya gagawin? And this happens, guys, normally kapag yung client nyo is actually working on a different platform. So, not sure kung may mga nag-real estate dito before, but for example, they're using another CRM like Podio. So, what if they wanted to send yung leads from Podio directly to high level or vice versa? Okay, so just to share, di ba, start na tayo ha. And later on, I'll entertain any questions that you guys have because we only have 2 hours for the session. And I have two topics that I would like to cover. Number one is third-party integrations. And number two is building your community. Okay? So here, let me just show you that inside of high level, guys, sa settings, we can go there and look at integration. So when we look at integrations from the settings, you would see ano yung mga kumbaga pre-integrated na inside of high level na you no longer need Zapier or you no longer need Pabbly to connect them. So if you go to the integrations, these are the most common apps. So meaning to say, instead of going to Pabbly or Make or even Zapier, available na siya inside of high level. So kapag andito na siya, you no longer need those third-party applications to connect. So what are those? So for example, Stripe or Slack. In the past, wala si Slack as an option for you to integrate inside of high level. But this time around, you can just click on connect and it directs you to connect your Slack account para yung mga conversations or whatever it is that you'd like to integrate with Slack, automatic na din siya. Okay? These are, like I said, just the most common apps. So if anything outside of this, you now have to use a third-party application. Okay? Ano yung mga anything outside of this? Mga siguro Google Sheet, other platforms like tawag dito, other platforms like Podio, kung may pipe drive pa siya, gusto niyang i-keep yon, things like that, that's now gonna require a third-party integration. Are we good so far? Okay. Like I said, somebody asked me a question, so we're gonna do a little a simple integration on this call, okay? Somebody asked me sa community kanina and asked, Miss Cici, pwede po bang mag-send ng data from high level over to Google Sheet? I'm not sure if you guys have seen this already, but inside of automation, if you try to create a new, like let's say from scratch, we actually have that as a premium workflow. So if we try to look up an action, guys, notice na meron tayong Google Sheets integration inside of action. So meaning, kunwari may na-create na contact. So let's say yung trigger mo is gonna be form submission. Tapos ang gusto mong mangyari, mapunta rin siya sa Google sheet. You can actually do this directly from, just go ahead and accept them, directly from the workflow. So in this case, instead of doing it through Pabbly or from Zapier, you can just type in Google Sheet and it will now allow you to connect it under your Google Drive. Okay? However, guys, notice na meron siyang crown beside that like action. What does that crown mean? Can you guys type in ano yung ibig sabihin ng crown na yan? Kapag may crown, anong ibig sabihin? It's a paid feature or it's a premium feature. So that means guys, every time na magsasend ka ng data to Google Sheet, paid yon. And that's similar to Zapier or Public kasi gumagamit sila ng tinatawag nating tokens. So parang every request of you sending the data from here over to another CRM or another platform, it uses a token. Para rin siyang sa mga AI, no? Gumagamit din ng tinatawag na token in order for you to be able to use that specific feature. So anything na may crown inside of actions are actually a paid subscription or a paid functionality. Okay? So how are we gonna go about it? So again, if you want to do this, it will tell you right away na it charges per execution. You will have an option kung anong gusto mong gawin when a form is submitted. So whether that's gonna look up a spreadsheet in a row, whether that's gonna create a spreadsheet, and here you're gonna be asked to connect yung Google Drive account na link inside of your high level account. So for example, this is my account. Now it's gonna ask you saang drive, right? And which spreadsheet. So it's gonna look it up inside of your account and see, okay, saan mo siya gustong i-send. So gusto mo ba siyang i-send dun sa spreadsheet called assignment? And then here, you're just gonna map out kung ano yung mga data na you would like to send from the form directly to your actual Google Sheet document. So it's a matter of mapping. Okay? However, CC, would you recommend this? I mean, this certain actions, would you actually recommend it? Unfortunately, guys, I really don't recommend this action inside of high level. That's based on a personal experience. Kasi we have experience na normally bumibitaw siya. What I'm saying is there's inconsistencies. So minsan nag-work, minsan hindi. Gets niyo? So normally when people would ask me, Cici, how can I make sure na yung data na yon will send properly into Google Sheet? Kasi nga si high level, inconsistent siya. Si ano kasi si high level, nag-expire yung API keys niya. So, for some reason, hindi nagiging consistent yung ganitong premium actions inside of high level eh. So, there are tendencies na may nag-form submit, hindi siya napunta dun sa, alam mo yun, sa Google Sheet. Okay? So, if you are on this call, ako hindi ko rin siya i-recommend. So, Sisi, what will you recommend instead? This is where the third-party integration is gonna come in or a third-party app is gonna come in. Is there any specific na you really like? Honestly, wala naman. It's more like kung saan mas magiging madali for you. Kasi the functionality are both the same. Okay? Although, if I'm not mistaken, si Make mas mura compared to Publi and Zapier. And the only reason why it's actually cheaper si Make, that's because mas complex gamitin si Make. Compared to Publi and Zapier na medyo mas user-friendly and kahit baguhan ka, mas maiintindihan mo siya ng mas madali. Okay? Why would I say so? Kasi guys, pretty straightforward. So, kunwari, ito, meron akong public account. By the way, you can create your free account. Meron lang siyang certain tokens na you can use. So, meaning, kunwari, up to 100 zap lang. Parang 100 executions lang. That's free for you. Anything more than that, you have to now pay for it. Okay? So let's just say I have my Publi right now. This is a free account. You can access your Publi Connect. Again, this is where you can connect any app inside of Publi. So yung third party app like Zapier and as well as Publi, connector lang siya, guys. Hindi siya CRM. It's just a connector. So kung meron kang high level, you wanna connect it to another platform, let's say Google Sheet for now, yung magiging middleman niya, si Publi or si Zapier. Are we getting it so far, guys? Na iintindihan ba natin yung purpose ni third-party app? Okay, just to be sure that everyone understand, when do we use Publi and Zapier? Can you guys type it in the comment? Kailan natin siya ginagamit? When is it applicable? Pa-type ako sa comment. Ang hindi sumagot, tanggal. Joke lang, tanggal sa Zoom. Kailan ginagamit si Zapier or si Publi? Ano ba, pag trip nyo lang? Ganon. When do you normally use it? For third-party application, for integrating two apps, that's actually correct. What if it's it's Slack? Do you need Publi or Zapier for it? Kung Slack siya, kailangan ba natin ng Publi or Zapier just to integrate it inside of high level? Malu, sorry. You were saying something. Malu, naka-mute ka ha. Sige, magsalita ka lang Malu na hindi ka namin naririnig. Malu, mag-unmute ka. Ayan, at ask to unmute. Malu, mag-unmute ka, sabi. Calling Malu back to earth. Nahiya na tuloy si Malu. So, ayan, nakikita ko naman yung, ayan, hindi, bakit hindi Malu? Why not? Bakit hindi? Okay guys, siret na, no? Remember guys, may mga app na kasi na directly integrated with high level. Right? So again, where do we see that? If you go to the settings, tapos punta ka sa may integrations, andi dito na si Slack. So hindi mo na kailangan gumamit pa ng Zapier or ng Public kasi meron na siyang tinatawag nating direct integration. So the only time we're gonna use it is kung wala dito yung application na gusto mong i-integrate sa high level. Good ba? Did we all get that? Yan. May workflow action po si Slack. I think meron na din. Oo, meron na din yata, but I haven't really used it. So you can explore that option. But yes, so basically, we will use Publi and Zapier kapag wala siya as a direct integration. Okay? So I hope that's clear. Hindi natin nire-recommend basta-basta unless we know na wala siyang direct integration. Alright? So now, let's proceed with our goal. So again, ang goal ko ngayon, I wanna be able to send, so my scenario is that when someone filled out a form from high level, I wanted to also move, or not move, but to also make sure na mag-a-appear daw siya sa Google Sheet. Kasi this was the problem posted in our community kanina. So I wanna answer that on this call right now. So paano po natin siya gagawin using Publi or using Zapier? I'm sure na napakita ko sa inyo kanina na possible siya inside of a paid action. However, guys, I really don't recommend it because of inconsistencies. Okay, I highly don't recommend it. I've used it for 5 years. I always have problem. Okay, so hindi ko siya recommend. So for this scenario, I would rather just use Publi or Zapier to do that job. Okay? So again, if you log into Publi or if you sign up with Publi, it's free and normally you will be allotted with 100 tasks right away. When we talk about 100 tasks, that's the execution. So every time it executes a certain automations, that's already counted as one task. Okay? So now let's go ahead and open my Gmail account. Tapos, ano ba to? Mag-ano tayo? Dali lang. Mag-open tayo ng, I think it's info, high level accelerator. So, ang gagawin ko guys, kailangan kong mag-Google Drive. Gagawa ko ng Google Sheet where when somebody submitted a form, ifo-forward ko siya dito sa my Google Sheet document. Okay? So how am I gonna do that? First action or first step is of course you build your own Google Sheet file. So for example, you wanna call this as your high level leads. Bakit natin 'to ginagawa? Normally, may mga clients na gusto nila nakikita sa Google Sheet kasi it's easier for them. And some of them, they want to have a backup. Kasi 'di ba, paano kung nawala si high level? So, wala na yung leads nila. So, some of them, they wanted to send it to Google Sheet para lang magkaroon sila ng backup. Okay? So, what do we want to obtain? So, let's just say I wanna get first name. So, gagawa tayo ng tawag ba dito? Row. Yan. First name, last name. Siguro I wanna capture the phone, I wanna capture the email. We can also capture last activity if you wanted to. Or lead status, pwede din. Activity, tas lead status. Okay? Ito yung mga common. Kasi you wanted to capture the data, again, from high level over to Google Sheet. So how are we gonna do this? Let me go back to high level. So in this case, what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm now gonna go ahead and create a workflow. So para rin siyang creating a workflow inside of high level. So kung papansinin nyo, workflow din yung tawag. So this is where you're gonna start building your automation. So let's call this as send leads to Google Sheet from HL. Yan. So para lang alam mo, when you go back to this, you know what's the purpose of this actual automation. Okay? So notice, guys, na yung functionality niya is almost similar to when you're building automation inside of high level. Tama ba? Almost the same? Okay. So now, it will tell you, so guys, take note that in my screen, may dalawa agad actions, no? So there's two things that you have to identify. Number one, from what app, and then to what app. So, saan manggagaling yung data? Saan mo siya gustong isend? So, action 1 is saan manggagaling? From. Action 2, where do you want to send the data to? So, from and then to. Are we getting it? So, because my goal is to send the data from high level to Google Sheet, what do you think is gonna be my action 1? Type it in the comment. Ano dapat yung hanapin kong app? Ayun, I like that. Ron answered lead connector. Somebody said the webhook. Okay, lead connector. Okay, so guys, notice that if I type in the word high level here, hindi siya lumalabas. So, thank you, Malu. Jovi, and then Ron. Because high level, if you're trying to do integration, it's always gonna be called lead connector. So, wag niyo pong hanapin si high level. Kasi kapag gumagawa kayo ng third-party integration, even kapag nag-integrate kayo with Facebook page, mapapansin nyo nakalagay lead connector. It doesn't even say high level. Okay? So, you have to look for lead connector. For this version, I suggest you just choose lead connector version 2. Ano pong difference ng lead connector version 1 and lead connector version 2? It's just the interface. And mas ginagamit na si lead connector version 2 only because that's the one that's being updated. Interface kasi si lead connector version 1, so if I click that, ganito yung itsura niya. You will have to, so guys, notice, ano yung first thing that we notice here? It's asking you to connect the app. So what app? Lead connector. And then what's the trigger? So meaning, ano yung magte-trigger for you to send the data from high level over to Google Sheet? Ano yun? What did I mention kanina? What was the action na I'm looking for as a trigger? It's form submitted. So basically, yung action I'm looking for is when a form is submitted from high level, I wanted to send that data over to Google Sheet. Okay? So guys, notice na pag ginawa ko to, ayan o, it's right away telling me na kailangan ko daw gumawa ng trigger directly from high level and use this webhook. Kapag ang ginamit mo is a lead version 2. Okay? While if I tried to use version 2, kata ko lang sa inyo. Form submitted. Ayan. It will tell you na you have to log in to your lead connector high level account. Oh, the same na rin. Ay, bakit ganun? Same na din siya. Alright, let's do that. So here's what we're gonna do to be able to activate this workflow. Ang sabi dito, guys, we need to be able to create, so makikita nyo naman yung instruction dito. You need to be able to create a workflow inside of high level in order for this to work out. Paano siya? Kasi hihintay siya ng response from high level, and then it will then trigger yung next action. So let me just show you paano yung gagawin. So from here, we can create another workflow, and the purpose of this is just webhook. Meaning, we're just sending the data over to Publi. Okay, so paano yun? webhook. I'm just gonna call this webhook HL2 Google Sheet. All right. So what's again my trigger? It's gonna be form submitted. Okay, and I will have to look kung anong form. Okay, so let me just use, sige, let's use the dog hotel form. And then, ano daw yung action ko? Paste dito. Ano daw yung action? Webhook. Alright, so here, we need to look for webhook. Okay? Guys, you don't have to do the custom webhook anymore kasi mas complicated yon. If we're just capturing data, just go ahead and click on webhook. So where do we get this URL? Nakita ba natin kanina? Where do we get this URL? So sabi dito, we have to go, when a form is submitted, you can do a webhook. And then where do we get this URL from? Saan siya nakita natin kanina? From Publi. So dito, I'm just gonna have to capture this URL link, post it in here, and then save action. May gagawin pa po ba akong iba? Depende if you have a different conditions. But basically, ang purpose lang nito is when a form is submitted, it triggers a webhook para ma-send niya yung data over to Publi. So notice na nakalagay dito waiting for webhook response. Meaning to say, we have to do a form submission para ma-capture niya yung data coming from high level. Okay, para siyang test. Okay, but again, don't forget to publish your automation before you do a test. So let's do that. Okay, so right now it's still waiting. So we have to capture a response coming from our high-level account. So to do that, I'm gonna go to the site and then the form na we have to fill out. Asan na yun? Ay, dog yata yun. Dog hotel, yeah, dog hotel. So I'm gonna open this up. Mag-send ako ng sample form directly to Publi. Okay, so let me open this link. Okay. Guys, in case na you're experiencing this, yung biglang lead app from form survey, yung nagloloko yung form link nyo, I don't know if you're experiencing that. All you need to do is to save it again kasi minsan hindi nyo nakaka-capture yung data. So make sure to save it again and then open the form link again kasi nagloloko siya minsan eh. So just, save it again. Alright, so again, let's do a test data. Ayan, tapos cc@cc10.me, husky, check. Okay. And then, that's sent. Okay, notice guys na may na-capture na akong data. Right? Did you see that? Alright, so as soon as I submit the form, automatically si Publi na-recognize niya na yung mga different data coming from high level. How did that happen? Again, that's through this webhook. So if you review this, makikita mo na yung form submission na yon enters that webhook. Okay, so na-capture niya yung data, sending it to here. Okay? Nakakasunod pa, guys? So what's our next step? We now have our sample data. Now, meaning to say, connected na si webhook natin from high level. Our goal is to send that directly to Google Sheets. So what's our next action? We now have to choose that application, and this time, it's gonna be called Google Sheet. Again, ang goal ko dito, kapag may nag-fill out ng form, ma-send niya to Google Sheet. So here, I'm gonna click on Google Sheet, and this time, it will tell you, ano ba yung gusto mong gawin? Do you wanna go ahead and add a new row? So let's do that. So it will now ask you to connect your Google Drive account para mapunta siya dun sa kung saan mo gustong isend yung data. Alright, so I'm gonna have to connect. You will be asked to sign in with Google. And let's sign in with Google here. Meron ba akong, okay, may pop-up blocker ako so hindi lumabas. Guys, kapag gumagamit kayo ng Safari, make sure na you turn off yung pop-up blocker kasi kapag ganun, hindi niyo nakikita yung mga lumalabas na na to yung pop-up, yung lumalabas na mga additional pages. All right, let me just connect. And it's loading right now. Hindi nyo lang nakikita but it's actually loading. Alright. Tagal naman. Alam niyo, wala talaga akong patience mag-intay. Ang tagal. Lang. Not sure if you're seeing it, but it's loading. It's loading. Ayan. Can you see my entire screen now? Eh, it's loading. Let me do it again. Okay, so ganito lang yun. I-connect nyo lang yung Google account ninyo. I think is it connected? Ayun, connected na. Uy, wag ka na nga dyan. Ayan, so it's already connected. Okay? So now, you will be asked, saan mo ba siya gustong ilagay na Google Sheet? Okay? So guys, notice, ito yung name ng sheet. So double check if that's what you have over here. So lalabas lahat ng Google Sheet na meron ka in your drive. So just look for high-level leads. Okay? So in this case, gusto mo ba siya sheet number 1? Ito yung sheet 1. So mapping lang yung gagawin natin, sheet 1. And then here, we have to start mapping our data. So ano ba yung gusto mong i-capture? So guys, notice, no? Meron akong first name, last name, phone, email, last activity, lead status. Saan nanggaling yon? Dito sa Google Sheet. Notice this? Ito yung parang pinaka row names. Right? So, kung anong nandiyan, yun din yung lalabas dun sa may data dito. Okay, so how do we map? All we need to do is click on that field and then automatically it will tell you kung ano yung mga data na pwede mong i-capture from high level. So, all you need to do is map. So, in this case, I have to look for first name. Yan, tapos here. Yan, select nyo muna yung app, sorry. Yan, last name, and then phone is phone, email is email. Ayan. Pasensya na kayo sa aso ko, napakaingay. And then, last activity. So, you can map that kung may activity. Meron ba? Tignan natin. Contact last, attribution. Tignan natin guys kung may activity ba dito. Parang wala. We double check. Workflow name, location, ID. Siguro date created na lang muna yung lalagay ko. But you can always capture kung ano man yung gusto mong i-transfer dito. Okay? So notice guys that I have more data over here. So these are everything that you can capture from high level over to your Google Sheet. Okay? But right now, I'm just limiting it to just phone, email, yung mga leads information lang. But notice you have more that you can capture. Kunwari sa form mo, may mga different questions ka like this one, date of birth, file upload, house and block number, you can actually capture those data as well, even the notes. Okay, so if that's important to you, then just look for those data. So this one, siguro I'm just gonna look for lead status. Okay, walang status. Let me just do the appointment status na lang. Yan. Alright, so now we can go ahead and click on Save and Test Request. Okay, so let's check. Pumasok na ba yung data natin? Masok? Panalo? Uy, may natutunan na naman kayong bagong automation. Papahirapan niyo na naman yung mga buhay-buhay ninyo. Alright? So, in this case, kung ito lang naman ay, again, optional. Kapag gusto lang ni client, may mga ganitong scenario where I would like to create an automation na kapag na-create yung contact sa high level, gusto ko siyang ma-send sa Google Sheet. Okay? But there are tons of possibilities, guys. Notice that inside of Publi, by the way, once this is done, you can already turn it on and save. So this action is already considered as one task. So meaning meron na lang akong 99 free. So kung gusto mo siyang i-upgrade, you can upgrade it to a higher plan para ma-execute yung more tasks, okay? Hindi siya nag-update. Pero that's already just na, ay wala pa kasi nag-test nga lang pala ako kanina. So when the next time, okay, let's fill it out again. Well, actually guys, para mas challenging, I will let you fill it out. Yan, oh, fill it out guys with your info. Let's see. Kahit test info lang, yung mga available. Let's see if mag-work yung ating automation. Na-fill out ako kahit, ano lang, yung test lang. Can you guys fill it out? I just put it in the form. I mean, in the chat. Let's see if my automation is gonna work. Ayun, meron ng one task consumed. Ayan na, meron na si Shena. O, di ba? See? That's the magic of this automation. Oh, yay! May natutunan na namang panibago po for today's video. Okay. Ayan. Kailan pa 'to mas ginagamit? Who here currently is handling a SaaS agency account? Owner. Sino dito yung meron ng SaaS agency owner na hina-handle na client? Meron na ba? Wala pa? Okay, then this is a good thing to start learning it. Ayan, me. Ayan, si Brian, sabi ni Mervin, me din. Si Justin, me. Okay. So, gusto mo yung parang inisip ko kung paano ko siya i-de-deliver. Kasi para ano para hindi maging complicated. But, did you guys know na in high level, kapag wala kang $497 plan, so meaning to say, kapag may nag-sign up ng subscription sa agency mo, actually, let me make sure I'm explaining this correctly, ha. Okay. By the way, before I move on to that, may question ba so far with what I'm doing here? Ito yung simple. Meron bang question so far? Questions. Guys, magtanong kayo, Ang saya kaya nitong aralin. And you might be thinking, "Sisi, ano pa ba yung mga different apps that I can also connect?" Let's do this. Create. Ano ba yung mga different apps na you can connect? Actually, guys, tons of possibilities. If you look into choose application, ang dami nito, guys. Bigyan niyo ako ng app na you are using. Let's see kung meron. Google My Business. Google My Business has direct integration, but I think it's here. Google My Business. Ayan, daming Google dito. Google Maps, Google Sheets, Google Blogger, Google Meet. Ayan. Mamili ka na lang sa kung anong Google dyan. GDP. Ano ba yung GDP? Google. Ano yung GDP? GDP? Google. Ano yung GBP? Brian. Google Business Profile. Yeah, it's here. Google Business Profile. There you go. Coach, yung info sa form submitted, makikita din inside HL po, no? Yes, of course, Shena. I mean, the data is still gonna be, technically naman talaga, yung data is inside of high level. So, yung purpose lang nun is para magkaroon ka ng backup. So, if we go to the submissions ng forms, yung data pa rin from the form submission remains under high level. Hindi naman siya mawawala dito. So, nandito pa din kayo. Okay, hindi siya yung mata-transfer. It just creates another, alam mo yun, another contact sa Google Sheet. Okay? Does that answer your question, Rena? Tahimik niyo naman, di kayo mag-unmute. Mag-unmute kayo. Kayo mahiya. Bakit di ka makapag-unmute? Ayan, yes po. Ayaw niyo talaga akong kausap, Sige, okay lang. Joke lang. Alright. Anyway, ayun nga, ang daming possibilities. So, kung may mga applications yung client nyo, ang dami dito. Like, ano ba dito? Freshdesk, WooCommerce, Asana. So, for project management, kunwari may na-create na contact sa high level, you want to create that as a task, to your client inside of Asana, you can do that. Meron ding Monday.com, like I've mentioned, Podio, meron din. So there are tons and tons of possibilities na kung anong gusto nyong gawin from the data that you're getting from high level. Okay? Ayan. So, ang dami nito guys. Mamili na lang kayo. Hanapin nyo na lang kung nandyan ba yung app nung gusto nang integrate ni client. Okay? Ay, bakit ganun? Not allowing participants to unmute? Ba't ganun? Kaya pala, sabi ko, bakit ano? Ayaw niyo akong kausap. Ayan, unmute. Pwedeng try nyo nga.
Okay na po.
Ayan, Diyos ko may kausap na ako. Akala ko ayaw niya lang akong kausap, guys. Kinakabahan ako. Sabi ko, galit na ba kayo sa akin? Joke lang. Ayan, so now let's talk about I was talking about kanina about the SaaS agency. So normally, guys, when you're handling your own SaaS agency or let's say you're handling a client na merong SaaS, okay? I think I've already discussed before what it meant when we talk about SaaS. So meaning, selling software as a service. So yung business nila is they're reselling high-level subscriptions as well to other people, right? So I think we also discussed in the past na, di ba, high level has three different plans. They have a $97 plan, which you can only have 3 sub-accounts. And then they have the $297 plan. Meron kang unlimited na sub-accounts. However, wala kang access to this. Wala kang access to the SaaS configurator. And when we talk about SaaS configurator, ito kasi yung kapag kinopya mo tong copy sale, so let's say this one, no, and they have, let's say from this link, they bought your product, meaning your subscription. Pag in-enter nila, ginamit nila tong link na to, it automatically creates their actual sub-account. So meaning, kung may client ka, di ba, automated yung pag-create ng sub-accounts para you don't have to do that all the time, like manually. Unfortunately, again, that's only available kung nasa $497 plan ka. Kasi kapag $297 plan, wala ka ng functionality ng SaaS configurator. Meaning, you cannot resell, or sorry, not resell, but you cannot rebill, and you cannot automate yung sub-account creations. So, bakit pumapasok yung Publi dito sa usapan ng creating the sub-accounts? So, what if you're handling a client na at a $297 plan, pero they ask you, kunwari lang si Jazz, no? Your client asks you, Jazz, can you create an automation where when a form is submitted, it creates a sub-account automatically inside of high level? Can we do that without the SaaS configurator? That's the purpose why we have Publi. Kasi inside of Publi, we can absolutely create that exact automation. Ito na yung pumapasok yung creating sub-accounts automatically. Meaning, si system na yung nagsisend ng login credentials through a form submission. Okay? Anong downside nun? Kasi kapag na-fill outan yung form, magkikreate na siya ng sub-account. Agree? Wala siyang payment eh. It just creates a sub-account the moment that they fill out the form. So normally yung form na gagamitin nyo doon, internal. So dapat hindi siya publicly available. Kasi when somebody fills it out, it creates a sub-account. Okay? Guys, we're talking about sub-accounts kasi right now, basically, we're talking about agency level. So what you're seeing is the agency level side of high level. Okay? So the normal process, kung wala kang automation, kunwari, si Ron, gusto niyang bumili ng sub-account from me. In order for me to create that, you have to go to the sub-accounts and click create sub-account, and then you can choose between SaaS account or regular account. Guys, notice that you can only use SaaS account kapag meron kang Stripe integrated inside of high level. Pag wala, you cannot use this option. So normally, you have to go with, okay, let's just set up a regular account. Okay? So, medyo manual yung proseso. So, meaning kapag gusto kitang gawan ng account under my agency, ito yung kailangan kong i-go through. I have to fill out your name, your last name, email, all of this information. Okay? And like I said, my purpose is, I don't wanna do that every now and then na may gustong mag-sign up sa amin. Kasi that's a lot of work. Eh, paano kung gusto ko na lang siyang i-automate? So, how are we gonna achieve that inside of Publi? Okay? Guys, can you type 1 kung ready kayo how to do that? Ma-amaze na naman mga katauhan. Ayan, 111. I'm sure na may encounter kayong clients na ganito yung request. And honestly, kapag natutunan nyo to, mas pwede na kayong mag-charge higher kasi you're ready to support SaaS clients. Okay? Or if you want to become a SaaS agency yourselves, pwede mo na to siyang i-apply kung nasa $297 plan ka pa lang or parang nag-i-start ka pa lang, okay? Coach, pwedeng gamitin yan if client gusto mag-automate yung mga nag-join sa Facebook group, mag-send ng yeah, pwedeng-pwede, Agot. Yes, pwedeng-pwede. Okay? So, let's do this now. Again, what app will I be looking for sa first action? Ano yung app natin for high level? Okay, lead connector. Guys, again, I suggest you use the version 2 kasi yun yung currently being maintained. And in our case, it's still gonna be a form submission. So meaning to say, yung trigger natin for us or for Publi to create a sub account is always gonna be from a form submission. Okay? So here, what I wanna do is be able to do the same thing. I think we already have that inside of our account. So sandali lang ha. Meron na tayong automation. So again, the first step is you create your workflow inside of your account and do the webhook workflow. So I think meron na ako. So gagawin ko lang ulit yung kanina. Okay, I will just use the same na lang. Pero guys, you don't have to use the same form kasi syempre meron na tayong existing kanina, 'di ba? 'Di ba meron tayong existing kanina na ganito? So please don't use it. But in our example right now, I'll just use the same form. Okay, so or actually let me just create a new one. This is now create. So this is my webhook to create automatic sub accounts. Sayang naman yung mga hindi umattend today, no? Dami nilang na-miss. Yan. So let me just okay, let me use the opt-in form. So, tandaan natin na opt-in form yung ginamit ko kasi baka makalimutan ko na naman. So, guys, the same thing. Go back here, copy the webhook link, paste it under your actions, replace this kasi ito yung kanina, and then click on action. Okay, you can always start naman from scratch, pero just to make my lives easier, dinuplicate ko na lang yung kanina. Alright? So, okay yung ano. Yan. So, let me now create a sana hindi siya magloko kasi for the past couple of weeks na ginagawa namin 'to may mga nagiging issue din, eh, because bumibitaw yung API ni high level. But let's just check. Ano yung gagamitin kong form? Opt-in form. Okay. Opt-in form, then open form. Ayan o, 'pag naggaganito siya, again, just save your form again, and then reopen it. Ewan ko ba ba't gumaganyan siya, ang dami niyang arte. Ayan. So, magte-test muna ako para ma-capture na yung response from my form. Just like kanina. Tama na ba? Ano ba? Ang dami naman yun. Okay. cc@gmailtest. Ay. cc@gmail.com. Ay, hindi. Napaisip tuloy ako kung anong gagamitin kong email. Sige na nga, cc@gmail.com. Alright. Okay. So, now let us check. So, magka-capture muna siya ng response from the form. So, it's already there. So, meaning na-capture naman niya correctly yung what we're trying to achieve. So, this time around, we have to choose another application. So, again, guys, since ang goal natin is to actually create a sub-account inside of high level, what do you think is the app that I'm looking for? Anong app yung hinahanap ko ngayon? Anong app ang hahanapin ko this time? Okay, mahiya. Okay lang magkamali. Lead connector ulit. So, hindi naman siya laging ano guys, hindi naman siya high level tas different apps all the time. Pwede rin kasi siyang inside of high level. So, meaning to say, yung mga workflow automation or kunwari may gusto kayong automation that's not possible inside of our workflow. Kumbaga, walang option inside of the workflow to do that. Pwede kayong mag-Publi or mag-Zapier for that. Okay? So, yung mga hindi posible, kagaya nung pag-create ng sub-account that's not part of a workflow automation or a normal workflow automation. So, in this case, we're gonna choose lead connector again kasi we wanna create this automation inside of high level 2. Okay? So, what are we looking for? Do we see a create a sub-account? Do we see a create a sub-account?
Yes po.
Yes. Yan. So now I can, it's telling me na, okay, what do you want to do? Create a sub-account? Okay, let's do that. Now it's gonna ask you to connect. So meaning, it will now ask you to log in of your high level, meaning your agency account, para it will create that connection. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna click on add new connection and click on connect with lead connector. Guys, you can rename it. So for example, yung agency name, kasi you can use probably to different agencies eh. So, in my case, let's just say I'm gonna call this as HL Accelerator, meaning ito yung agency ko for HL Accelerator. Para kung ginagamit nyo si Publi for multiple clients, you know na that's that existing connection. Okay? So anyway, let me connect. Automatically, once you hit connect, it will ask you to enter the API. So let's just wait. And dito na nagkaka-issue. Ayan. Okay, so kapag yung version 2 guys, notice, pag version 2 and nakalogin ka sa high level mo, it's right away telling you to connect just your agency. Kapag yung version 1, ang kailangan mo pang kunin yung API mo from high level. Ito yung difference niya. Okay, pakita ko lang para lang you guys know what I'm trying to say. Kaya dapat version 2. Palitan ko to ha. So kunwari lead connector version 1. Pag ito yung sinelect nyo, ayun, isa pa yon. Wala yung create sub-account kapag version 1. Yung sinelect nyo. Wala, not sure if you'd notice that. Do you see it? Wala siyang create a sub-account pag version 1. Kasi nga hindi yun yung updated na tawag dito, integration option. So make sure to click on version 2. Okay? So let me just do that. Create a sub-account. Connect ulit. Let me do HL Accelerator. Again ha, version 2 na lang po yung gamitin natin. Hindi ko na nga lang papakita yung version 1. Wala namang ganap. So version 2 na lang. Okay, so I'm gonna select the agency. I have to make sure that I allow it to all sub-accounts and enable any future installation. And then click on proceed. Okay, so now it's connected. So meaning, it's now recognizing na, okay, when a form is submitted, it will create a sub-account to that agency that you have connected. Are we good? To remove it, you can reauthorize the application, guys, or just redo the entire workflow. Okay? So what are we gonna do now? In here, you're gonna be asked, ano yung pangalan ng location? So meaning your sub-account name. So it's up to you kung gusto mo siyang ipangalan under that person's, let's say, name. First name, pwede mo siyang ipangalan under, so first name, gusto mo bang lagyan natin din ng last name? Gusto mo bang lagyan natin siya ng, ano ba, HL test, April 3. So parang data lang para mahanap ko siya later on. So this is now the sub-account location name. So kapag tumingin ako dito sa agency, ito yung sub-account name. Following so far? Ito yan, yung high level demo, high leverage by JC Tan. Those are the sub-account name. Okay? So let me go back here. So yan yung name, however you want to customize it. Do you want to map the phone number? Obviously, you want to map those data. Ano pa yung dapat mo daw i-map? It will ask you to, so yung mga required field, guys, yun daw yung mga required data in order for us to create a sub-account. So the rest, you can skip. Kung wala naman siya, okay lang. So kung hindi required, okay lang. Okay? But if that's a requirement from your agency, make sure to capture the data from the form pa lang. So here, I'm gonna map the last name. And then I'm also gonna map, of course, the email. Kasi kung wala yung email, saan isa-send yung account login, right? So, yan na. Right? So, anything else you want to capture, andyan naman lahat. So, in here, I'm just gonna go ahead and save and test. Okay, may mga additional options ka dito, guys. Allow duplicate opportunity by default for all the accounts that you're creating. You can choose these options, all right? Okay, so now, let me go back here. Let's see kung nag-create na ba siya ng sub account. Dapat ang lalabas is HL Test April. So let me refresh my agency. Okay. Created? Diba? Automatic na yung account creation. So, CC, is that good enough? Let's check. Is that good enough? Guys, I want you to see or notice something here. If I go to my staff, what do you notice? Ano yung na-notice natin? Do you think? Kunwari, di ba, pinilautan ko na yung form. Nilagay ko yung email ko. Do you think I'm gonna be getting my credentials for this account? So yes, the account has been created, but do you think I will be getting my login for this account? No, Ron, why not?
Kasi kailangan po munang gumawa ng login credentials yung sub-account user para
Yes. So, ibig sabihin, dapat may existing user, guys. Kasi yes, the account has been created, meaning na-accomplish natin yung isang goal natin, which is to automate the sub-account creation. But, notice na hindi pa added yung agency or yung sub-account user dun sa account niya. So, ang tendency, they will not be getting their login credentials for this account. Okay? So, the option is you can either do that manually from here, or, let's go back here, or add another step. So, hindi siya limited to just 2 steps. Okay? So, we're gonna do the same thing. Lead connector. And this time around, anong gagawin natin? Melissa,
create user.
create a user. So, now that the sub-account is created, we want to be able to create a user, add that into that existing sub-account na we created. Following so far, guys. Hindi na Las Vegas. Okay? Alright, so let me go ahead and do that. And this time, I can now use the existing connection kasi na-connect ko siya na from the second layer. Okay? I'm gonna do the existing connection and the same thing, map ulit ng map. So, meaning, guys, notice, dalawa na yung layer dito. From a form submission yung data or from the created location. Okay? So, since we wanted to capture yung data from an account that has been created, I will select the second layer. Kasi hindi na siya from the form submission. Pwede rin naman from the form submission. However, you will not be able to get the location ID kasi from the form. What's the location ID? Location ID is the unique identifier ng sub-account. This one. So, para malaman kung saan siya i-add na agency, we will be needing to capture the location ID. Okay? So, anyway, let me map this first. Same thing. First name, last name, pinaka nakakatamad gawin. Mag-map. Password. You guys can, by the way, enter a password. Default password. So, kung gusto mong ang password mo, password 1, 2, 3, yan. So, whenever an account is created, ito yung default password. Cool? Alright. What else? Ano daw yung required? So, here, you will be asked kung ano daw yung gusto mong user type. Agency ba? Account level lang ba? So, I'm just adding them to an account. So, I'm gonna do account level. User ba siya or admin? I'm gonna make them an admin. And guys, ito na yung sinasabi kong important. You need to be able to map yung actual location ID. Meaning, from that previously created na location ID on top. Okay, so that's the location ID that you need to match. Alright, what else? Guys, ito yung medyo nakakatamad dito. Notice na ang dami kong option na I can enable. Ano tong mga to? Ito yung mga bagay na gusto mong in-enable kapag na-add yung user. What does that mean? Ito yung parang mga permissions niya. So, do you want them to have campaigns enabled? Of course, yes. Do you want them to be able to read campaigns? So by default, you always want to have all of these true. Kung gusto mo yung mga functionality na to be on for them. Kagaya ng funnels. Gusto mo ba makita nila yung option ng funnel? Gusto mo ba makita nila yung options for triggers? So you can just turn it on. Di ko nga rin alam, sana may select all to, no? Dati kasi ano lang to entire text tas true. Ewan ko nung naging trip nila bakit ginawa nilang ganito. So, for me, I'm just gonna turn it all on. Ayoko na siyang basahin. Basta gusto ko silang bigyan ng access sa lahat, gano'n. Okay, ay naku, okay. Walang all 'no? Sana wala akong ma-miss. Oh, 'di ba ang saya, walang all.
Sana all na lang, coach, no? Tapos i-edit mo na lang yung kailangang i-edit.
Oo, 'di ba? Gusto ko na lang talagang makasakit ng tao dito, eh. Ayan, gusto mo ba daw maglagay ng profile photo, mag-map ng profile photo, puwede naman. Ayan. So, these are everything na you want to enable for that sub-account users, okay? Dami. Ayoko na. Dapat talagang all. Ayan, malapit na tayo guys matapos. Alright, there you go. Nasa dulo na ako. So this time, I'm gonna go ahead and save and test. Response receive. Okay, so now let's refresh our sub-account. Kung nandito na daw ba ako. Yay! So I'm already added automatically to this sub-account. So this means the system is now gonna automatically send that person their login credentials. So meron ka ng sub-account under my agency. Okay? So I'm sure you're wondering kung paano namin ginagawa yung learner's account nyo kahit tulog kami. That's because if you fill out the form, it automatically creates your sub-account by us doing this integration. So when you're done, click on save and you're all good. Okay, nakasave na ba? Yan. So, save na. Tapos, let's see. Ito na yung... Uy, ba't nyo ko inaantay? Ay, ba't ko clinone? Ha? Walay pa din? Oh my gosh. Di ba wala pa kaming dinner, guys? Naligaw na yata yung Lala Move. Kunin niyo itong cellphone ko. Baka naman tumatawag yung Lala Move. What? Okay, so there you go. Meron na tayong, ito yun, yung test. Okay, so meaning, just by filling out the form, it automatically creates a sub-account. Ayan, let me go back there. So, tanong ni Shena, location ID po ba ng agency yung ilalagay? It will be the sub-account location ID, Shena. So, dito, just make sure na you're capturing the created sub-account location ID. So, ayan o, sub-account location ID. Okay? Cool? So, not the agency's location ID. That's definitely different. Pwede ba i-map yung mga custom values? Definitely, Brian. So, may mga custom values ka. For example, dito, meron kang custom values. Pwede mo naman siyang i-capture from a form submission. So, kung kagaya nung, ano ba yung mga tinanong mo from a form? So, pwede mo siyang ilagay kung saan mo siya gustong i-map. Okay? Kasi you can map it naman. Okay, you can map to data here. So, kunwari, gusto mo siyang palitan, first name, or kunwari sa sublocation ID, or, sorry, sublocation name, yan, pwede ka mag-map ng mga custom values from the form that you have created. Okay, pwede ka rin mag-type ng text. Yes, Sheena. If may Zapier na si client, you no longer need to use Publi. However, just to tell you, no, si Zapier wala siyang sub-account creation for high level. So for this one, kay Publi lang. Wala si high level ng function ng sub-account creation. Good question, Gracie. Are we able to create a sub-account using an existing snapshot? Absolutely, yes. So, let me just show you, no, dito sa may meron ditong option. Kita mo tong snapshot ID? So you can capture a snapshot ID. Lagay mo lang siya dito. Where do you get that snapshot ID? So balik lang tayo sa agency view. Tapos ito yung mga account snapshots mo. You just have to obtain the snapshot ID. Saan yung share? Get a permalink. Ayan. Normally, ito yung snapshot ID. Tawag dito. Asan na ba si Gracie? Ayan. Normally, ito yung snapshot ID. ID lang kasi yung kailangan. Let me double check ha. Kasi nagbago yung itsura nito eh. Snapshot. Nasaan na si snapshot? Ayan. So, dito, ilalagay mo lang yung snapshot ID. Cool. So, yun na lagi, yung kung ano yung setup mo dito, yun na yung makaka-capture niyang snapshot. Make sense? Pero again, guys, if they have the $497 plan, obviously, you don't have to use Publi. Kasi from the SaaS configurator, again, pwede nyo na kasing ipagamit right away yung sale link, itong link na to, and it auto-creates a sub-account kapag nagsisettle sila ng payment. Okay? So normally, Publi integration is only being used by those na naka $297 plan. Walang mga Stripe na capability. So they have to manually collect the payments from their clients. Are we good? Okay. Question? Sige, hayaan ko muna kayong mag-isip. May question ba? Na bigla nyo na capture yung sa agency level? Laking question ba yan? Agot, bakit parang nakakunot ang nakakunot ang noo pa, Agot? Anong meron?
Ina-absorb pa, coach.
Ina-absorb pa. That's okay. This is something new, so it's okay to absorb. By the way, guys, baka akala nyo lang limited lang to just, alam niyo yun, to just 3 actions. You can add more. So, kunwari, once an account is created, tapos gusto niya rin siyang i-maintain from a Google Sheet, kung kailan created, pwede niya rin kayong mag-add ng additional step dito to send it to Google Sheet. So, the same thing na ginawa natin nung first activity. Cool beans? Grabe naman kayo, hindi kayo nagsasalita, guys. Parang natulala na kayo, Gracie.
Coach, may tanong ako kasi tataka tuloy ako bakit hindi 'to ginagawa nung client ko ngayon. Kasi magpo 4 years ako sa kanya, ako yung
Manual yung
nag-o-onboard,
ginagawa nyo.
pina-manual tapos ang ginagawa yung bagong clients kasi mga gym owners ang tapos ang ginagawa namin is ino-onboard ko, ilo-load ko yung bago nilang gagawan ko sila ng sub-account from the information coming from a jot form.
That's because they don't know this.
Puwede naman palang gawin.
Ito na nga yun, guys. Kaya namin sila tinuturo sa inyo only because there's a lot of agency owners out there that don't even know this. Okay? Ang akala nila they have to get the $497 plan or even yung mga nasa $497 plan, they don't even know that you can automatically create a sub-account. So, now that you're on this call, make sure na you automate that. Para, di ba? So, ang gagawin mo na, kunwari ginawa mo siya manually. Diba?
Bayad yung task tapos saglit lang
Oo.
pala.
Diba? Akala mo ginawa ko manual, hindi mo alam automated na yun, ha? So, ito yun. Ang daming agency owners out there that don't know this. Okay? Or some of them just really don't know how to execute. So, that's the reason why we're discussing it. Kasi it's a really important part of your job, lalo kapag nag-handle kayo ng SaaS agency. Or you yourselves, you would like to have your own SaaS. Okay? Parang hindi nyo siya gagawin manual. Yung nakakapagod kaya, di ba, Gracie? Kukolect mo yung tapos naka-jot form pa kayo. Oh my God,
Opo.
ba't kayo nagja-jot form?
Kasi hindi agad kasi nagbabayad yung ibang client, eh. May kontrata na pero yung payment minsan naka-launch na ng Facebook ads, hindi pa sila nagbabayad. Eh, siguro gano'n kalaki yung tiwala nung client ko sa mga kausap niya, kaya mga 1 week delayed yung payment, sige i-launch na yung Facebook ads.
Mm.
Tapos coach,
Okay.
may isa pa akong ano, kagabi kasi may work
Mm.
ako kagabi, may work din ako ngayon. May work ako kagabi, nanonood ako ng high level na live, yung mismong
Oo.
high level account. Yung guy dun ang shine-share niya is, sabi ko inisip ko tuloy, kaya ko kaya yun yung may sarili akong 497 account kasi currently nag-aaral ako ng web design tapos meron siyang ano, parang yung puwede kang maggawa ng sub-account pero ang i-o-offer mo lang web design.
Oo
Puwede ano,
naman.
ginagawan ba yun ng Snapchat?
Yes, you can. You have the option to be able to create whatever business that you wanted to. So for example, ang offer mo lang talaga is website building but plus CRM. So you can actually do that. Right? Pero kasi ang kapag if you want to offer SaaS as an actual software, no, you make it super easy to sell. Ibig sabihin yung replicatable, yung tipong mamimili ka lang ng isang feature na high level na you would like to resell. Example, may mga business owners that ang sinire-resell na lang nila sa high level is reputation management. So meaning to say, they automatically collect reviews from their clients. So imagine mo sobrang no-brainer ng offer, no? Reputation management lang. And that can easily be done by if you have a sub account, alam mo yung automated reviews lang. So kapag may nag-comment dun sa Google My Business nila, ang offer lang nung agency is that i-o-automate yung pag-reply. And that's already your reputation. Tapos dito yung you can turn on yung automatic alam mo 'to, automatic pagko-comment back from the reviews. That's already an offer. They're selling it at $200 per client. 'Di ba? So mamimili ka talaga ng existing feature ni high level that you would like to sell. It's the value or it's the solution that you would like to provide. Okay? So kunwari dito sa Pilipinas, let's just say you find businesses na medyo mababa yung reviews. So what if you're gonna position yourselves and say, "Hey, what if I can bring you 100 more reviews in your business?" Kasi siyempre puwede kang mag-automate ng send review requests from high level, right? And more than that, I can make sure to manage your like yung not testimonials, but your reviews by automatically responding to these reviews. How much are you willing to pay for it? That's one offer. Or you can also create an offer na funnel design. Meaning, bibigyan kita ng funnel design. And by the way, guys, you can connect multiple domains in one sub-account. You don't even have to sell sub-accounts for funnels or for websites eh. Kasi technically, you can create it under one sub-account. So, depende sa offer. May mga offer naman na, well, what if I can run your cold SMS or cold marketing SMS inside of our system? So I can help you generate lead. So that's just one feature, pero they're reselling the same platform. Choose just one, don't offer it all. Yun ang goal sa SaaS. Laging simplicity. The easiest yung sinisell mo, the easiest then to scale. Okay? Different domains in sub-accounts? Yes, pwede kayong so Shena, if you go to settings, you can connect unlimited domain. And I'm talking about website domain not brand domain. So meaning, kunwari may benting businesses, and yung offer mo sa kanila website. So you can connect benting websites dito and create the website in here and connect that into sub-accounts. And not sub-accounts, but connect it under their subdomains. Or, sorry, not subdomains, but domain. Bakit, Shena? Ngayon mo lang nalaman yon. Ba't tumatawa ka? I-share mo yan. Anong ginawa mo, Shena? So, per sub-account, isang domain? Shena, you can unmute yourself.
Ay,
Ba't ka
pwede na pala mag-unmute, no? Hindi, nakita ko lang yung opportunity. Akala ko kasi noon gano'n eh, like, siyempre sa clients. Pero yun pala, pwede pala na, okay, sa account ko and connect ko yung mga domain ng clients.
Oo, kunwari maghanap kayo ng mga local businesses sa Pilipinas. Uy, wala kang website, gawang kita. Pabilin mo lang sila ng domain. Tapos, i-connect mo sa high level. You don't even have to give them CRM kasi website lang naman ang i-build mo for them, right? Tapos sabihin mo, charge kita 500 per month. Wala ka namang mababayaran kundi isang sub-account lang, right? Or 100, sabihin mo 1,000 pesos per month for a website. I-maintain ko yung website mo, pero ang baba naman ng 1,000 pesos. Pero sabihin mo lang 5,000 per month, right? And then get what? 20 clients. 20 clients who's gonna pay you 5,000 per month. That's how much.
Okay. And then coach, pwedeng gumawa ng mga separate workflow automations doon na connected to different.
Yes. Yes, kasi different naman yung workflow, 'di ba? You can always choose which website. So if we go to automation, 'di ba gagawa ka ng ano, gawa mo ng folder per company. 'Di ba? Gawa mo ng folder per company. Tapos inside of your automation, kunwari funnel, right? Or form submission kasi form naman is different per website, tama? And you get to select which form from the website. So pwede mo siyang gawin or kung website 'yan, kung ang event mo is funnel view, for example, pwede ka namang mamili kung anong website or kung anong funnel. 'Di ba? So you can always choose yung unique automation for each unique businesses. Okay? Ay, dami nang ibebenta ng mga 'to mamaya. Gagawan kita ng funnel. Guys, again, don't even give them access to your sub-account. You just tell them na gagawan kita ng funnel.
Coach, clarification lang. So, bali halimbawa, mag-offer ka ng web designs sa different businesses. So, hindi nila kailangan magkaroon ng sariling sub-account.
They don't. You just need to sell them a website, right? Can you give them access to a website without giving them a sub-account? Guys, ang
Yes.
kailangan lang naman nila makita website is live. Right? They don't even know how it's created. They don't even need to know kung saan mo siya ginawa. All they need to know is that I have a working website. They just need to see it. You don't need to give them access to the sub-account.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Oo.
Thanks, Coach.
Jazz, again, depende yan sa business model mo. So, kung ang business model mo is website plus CRM, then it should be one-on-one. Meaning, one client, one sub-account. Kasi may offer ka na CRM. What do I mean by CRM? So, other than being able to create you a website, kung gusto mo high ticket yung offer mo, no? High ticket means, other than the website, kasi di ba ang no-brainer nung gagawin kita ng website, bayaran mo ako 5,000 per month, I'll maintain your website. Done. Hindi mo sila kailangan bigyan ng sub-account. You don't even have to lift a finger every month to do anything rather than just maintaining their website. Am I right? That's a low ticket. Pwede mo siya ibenta however you want. Right? That's a low ticket offer. A high ticket offer requires you to do a little bit of job. So, nasa sa'yo yun kung gusto mo siyang gawin. Ibig sabihin, other than the website, what I want to offer you is lead generation. Meaning, bibigyan kita ng access to the CRM para kapag may pumasok sa website mo or sa email, kung gusto mo mag-email, may access ka into a CRM para ma-nurture mo yung leads mo. So now, may kasama ng sub-account yun. So in that business model, kailangan mo ng 1:1 kasi syempre hindi mo pwedeng multiple business into one sub-account pag ganun yung offer mo. Right? Kasi you can only connect one business page, you can only connect one Gmail, not one Gmail account, but at least it has to be just for them. Kasi syempre magla-login sila dun eh. Hindi naman pwedeng multiple businesses yun nandun sa may one sub-account. Are you getting my point? So when it's a high ticket, normally mas maano yun, matrabaho. Kasi you're gonna teach them how to use high level. You're gonna teach them how to, create an email template. Alam mo yan, come up with a service na you don't even have to teach your client how to do things. Yun ang goal. Mag-isip ka ng gagawin mo sa high level na hindi mo sila bibigyan ng access sa high level. Na ikaw ang magmamanage nun for them. Like literally, don't give them any access. Meaning to say, I'm gonna help you automate yung replies into your Facebook page. Pero you're not gonna give them access to the CRM. You're just gonna set up the automation. Right? So, ibigay mo lang yung leads. Tama yun. Bibigay mo lang yung leads to them. You don't even have to give them access to high level. Bakit po wag natin silang bigyan ng access sa high level? Kasi the moment that they entered high level, guys, that will be a nightmare for you. Bakit? Kasi they will now have a lot of questions. Paano mo ginawa yan? Can we hop on a call? Turuan mo ako paano mo ginawa yan. Right? So that's a nightmare. Kasi kailangan mo nang explain ngayon yung mga different tabs, tapos makikita nila yung ibang features na, uy, may AI dyan. Can we integrate that into my business? You see, you're making it super complicated for you. So just think of one offer. So kunwari, offer ko, kunwari. Wala rito si Sydney pero it's a good thing na offer mo, hanap ka ng course creator. Course creator, right? Course creator, ano bang kailangan yan? Most likely website, tapos kailangan lang nila na may mapuntahan yung course nila, tapos people can log in, and kapag may bumili ng course nila, masasendan ng login access yung estudyante nila. Am I making sense here? So ano yung offer na pwede nating i-come up with? Malu, what's your idea?
Yun yung target market ko, coach. Like funnel, tapos createan ko sila ng course, tapos community, tapos parang portal, auto-direct na sa portal. Parang ganun.
Right? So they don't even have to have access to the CRM. All they want is for you to create them a funnel para kapag may funnel, edi matik na people can buy from their website. So what am I saying? 'Di ba sa high level, you do have access to memberships. Meaning kung may course creator kang target market, gawan mo ng funnel, and more than the funnel, help them upload their courses. So kung nakikita niyo yung sa HLA community, 'di ba, nandun yung mga courses ko. Ganun din yung gagawin niyo for them. So upload it to them, tapos kapag may bumili ng product nila, that's the only time that you can automate yung course creation. Or not course creation, but course access. Kasi dito, para siyang kajabi, magke-create ka ngayon ng mga courses. Sa inyo ba manggagaling yung module? Hindi naman. Kukunin niyo lang yung mga materials from the coach. Right? Pakita ko lang sa inyo. Si Sydney, so the reason why I'm talking about Sydney, because we just did alam ko gumawa siya ng, double check ko. Gumawa siya ng case study for Mommy MK. So I'm sure you guys know Mommy MK. FH Moms. Okay. So she's actually the one who built her own. Asa na siya? Dali lang kasi alam niyo naman daming post ni Mommy MK, no? Mommy MK. MK. Ayun, MK Bertulfo pala. Dali lang, guys. Wait. Anyari? Sa ulam natin, di na dumating.
Kahit papanggap na lang aksidente.
Ayun.
May matotoo yung sinasabi.
Okay. Can you see this? Guys, si Sydney gumawa nito from high level. High level built. High level to. And notice this. If I click on register now, it now routes it to an order form. So when I complete the order from here, it automatically sends the actual material na binili ko. So yung course na yon. Okay, so kunwari fill outan ko to. Bumili pala ng course si Sisitan kay Mommy MK. Yay! Sorry, connected sa Salig. So, it's powered by Salig para automated na yung pag-purchase. So now, as soon as I make a purchase from here, it will automatically send me parang ganito siya.
Ito na lahat ng information na kailangan nyo para sa ating apprenticeship program. At magbubukas na ang main batch. Sobrang dali lang mag-sign up at mag-check out. And marireceive nyo na rin kaagad ang email confirmation at aantayin nyo na lang na mag-start tayo sa May. See you!
See? Meron ng access. Is that doable inside of high level? Actually, yes. Kasi yan yung created inside of high level right now. Kung nakikita niyo yung page ni Mommy MK. So, yung hanapin niyo, guys, Don't you know how much course creator or like how many course creators are out there right now na walang automation? Si Mami MK, the reason why we had to do that for her, it's because nung nagtitinda siya ng course, ang ginagawa niya, pag a-announce siya, may course ako, tapos people are gonna pay through GCash. Tapos kapag nagbayad na sila sa GCash, ang gagawin niya, mag-send sila ng 2,000 emails manually, isa-isa yun. Tapos isa-send nila yung Google Drive link kung saan ma-access yung course. Just imagine the manual work. Gets? So, yung part na to is automating yung process ng sa course creation. So, syempre, gagamitin niyo yung Salig Pay, guys. Kasi si High Level is only connected with Salig for for local payments in the Philippines. Ayan. 'Di ba? So, maghanap kayo ng course creator na pwede kayong mag-offer ng ganitong service. You can charge, guys, set up. Mag-charge ka ng 100K. Kasi syempre, load nyo lahat ng courses nila dyan, diba? Tapos mag-charge kayo ng retainer. Because, do you think Mami MK would spend her time monitoring her own CRM? Do you think she's gonna do that? Hindi. Even for me, hindi ko gagawin yun. I'm not gonna make myself make my life miserable by trying to learn high level. Just like yung pain ni Mami MK, gusto kong gamitin si high level pero hindi ko siya aaralin. So they're looking for someone like you guys na nag-aaral ng high level, and all you need to offer is one-time setup fee, retainer for managing their own high level account. Make sense? Okay. Alright, guys. Question. Walang mga question. Guys, I will send you. So, ang dami nagtatanong, no? I think this is a very common question from everybody. Coach, ready na ako agad mag-agency. So, should I get my $297 plan right away? Guys, $297 is what? Almost 12,000 per month? Do you really want to do that right away? Kung may learner's account pa kayo, set it up muna sa learner's account. You don't even have to buy the $297 right away kasi you're burning money. Kasi monthly, it will charge you $297. Pero ready ka na ba? Meaning, do you have 10 clients already to support that? Diba? Huwag kayong magsayang agad ng pera. Hindi porket may pambayad is gagawin nyo na kagad. Try to explore muna. Ibig sabihin, what if, kunwari, no, meron ka nang nahanap na client. Sisi, what's the best way for me to start? $297 ba right away? Guys, meron si Salig CRM, 2,800 pesos. So what if you start small? Every time na may client kang interested with high level, just sign up, meaning ikaw ang mag-sign up sa Salig ng 2,828, tapos i-upsell mo yun sa kanila. Charge it to them ng 5,000. Ikaw lang mag-i-invoice sa kanila. Ikaw lang mag-bayad kay Salig. Right? So, instead of paying 10,000 right away, diba, makakatipid ka pa. Hindi ka kagad mag-spend ng 27,000. And by the way, guys, I know that we've already announced that Salig Pay is gonna be available to any high-level agencies. Unfortunately, we can no longer do that kasi recently we have received so much reports na marami nagbebenta ng sub account for a very cheap price, as low as 150 pesos. Bawal yun, guys. Bawal yun. Meron tayong tinatawag na minimum advertise policy. Bawal talaga yun. We don't want to be the reason kung bakit tayong lahat sa Pilipinas ibablock ni high level. Right? Kasi imagine, pag nalaman ni high level na, someone in the Philippines is selling it for 150 pesos, malamang yung mga taga-US, bibili sa atin. Makikita yun ni high level na parang, wait lang, bakit walang nag-open ng account sa amin? Bakit lahat nasa Pilipinas? They would see that. They would see the trend. Right? So, anong mangyayari ngayon? Mas malamang sa malamang, talagang mabablock tayo ni high level dyan. Diba? Kaya nga I'm trying to keep it to myself na parang sige, pinipikit mata ko na lang but it's really not allowed. Lahat tayo imbis na alam mo yun, imbis na imbis na tayo ay mag-scale globally, ang mangyayari mawawalan pa tayo ng access sa high level. So please, kapag kayo ay part ng HLA, never sell high level less than 2,828. Sisi, bakit 2,828 sa'yo? Di ba $97 nga? Guys, that's because what we have agreed on as a pricing in Asia only. Meaning, kung local yung clients mo, dapat $2,828 or $51. Kapag US yung client mo, you have to stick with the $97 minimum plan. Okay? Sino yan? Anong Pinoy price na 500? Walang Pinoy price, guys. Baka hindi, wait lang.
Tumulong coach, kaya daw ganun lang price niya.
Walang Pinoy price, guys. And
Sabi niya sa akin.
the moment, kapag may nagsabi sa inyo ng Pinoy price, can you tell me, Kamo, kung ano ba yan? Approve ba yan ni high level yung pricing mo na yan? That's the first thing. Okay? Because meron tayong legal department.
Pinapa-approve pala yung coach.
Yes. Ano akala
Yun.
nila magbebenta ka lang? Hindi pwede. Okay, so guys, ito ha, papakita ko lang. You see this? This is sent to the legal team ni high level. So we have to explain to them that of course $97 is really, really high for Filipinos. So we had to tell them na yung technically yung what we can pay based in our economic disparity is $51. That's why it's 2828 si Salig. Okay? We even presented to them a pricing market analysis. Meaning to say, magkano yung sahod sa Pilipinas, magkano yung binabayaran ng normal business owners dito. That's the reason why we got approved. So you just can't be selling 500 pesos dahil may Filipino price. Walang ganun. Okay? Wala pong presyong kaibigan. Alright, kung ayaw nyong ma-block, again, if it was reported, i-mention ko yun kasi, syempre, nasa HLA kayo, I need to make sure na you guys know what's right. Mahirap po yung benta lang ng benta. And meron po tayong minimum
Ito sabihin
advertising.
sa kanya yun, tatanong ko. Kasi lagi siya nagtatanong sa akin about mga ganyan.
Ito, isend mo sa kanya to. Yung link na to. Sabihin mo, do you know this?
Sige, sige.
Sabihin mo, baka lang kasi nahihibang ka, hindi mo alam. Kasi ito, you can anonymously report anyone who have violated this policy. You can send it to legal compliance and we'll take it from there. So, any agencies who's selling it below $97, ayan o, price point, is violating this policy. Gets? Alright, so pag may nagbebenta sa inyo, basahin nyo nga ito. Ano yung GHL Pinas? Ano yun? Bago ba yan? Ano yung GHL Pinas, BJ? May bago na naman ba? Ang dami na nila. May GHL Ninja, may GHL, ano ba yun? Ang dami na nila, guys. Sobrang dami na nila. GHL, ang dami na eh. GHL Pinas, hindi ko alam sino yung GHL Pinas. Pero may GHL Ninja, may GHL Queen. Ang dami na nga nila eh. So, bahala na lang kayo. Bahala na lang kayo. Pero sa HLA, you have to do it the right way. Okay? Kasi yeah, you owe it to your clients. Ibig sabihin, yung mga local businesses in the Philippines, imagine they will trust you with their business. Tapos malalaman na you're violating that one simple policy. Tapos na-report ka pa, ending, lahat ng sub-accounts under you, done. Diba? Reported, close. So do you want that to happen to your own business? Of course not. So just do it the right way, please. Kahit na madaling magbenta ng 500, 600, kung ano mang pricing na meron sila. That's the reason why we're now restricting yung Salig Pay to just Salig CRM users because of that very main reason. Kasi kami na yung mismo na-abuse. We made it free. Ang ending, nagbenta sila ng mga sub-accounts na 150, 300 pesos, 457, iba-iba na nga eh. Okay? So, yun. So, my only favor, my only ask from you guys is to sell it $51 and above. Okay? Para malaki din yung profit margin nyo, huwag kayong gumaya sa kanila. Right? Questions, guys, so far?
Coach,
Ayan.
question and
Kayo na mag-report
clarification
sa
din.
kanila. Ang dami na, no? May GHL Pinas na. Oo nga, no? Ang galing. Alright. Go. Clarification questions, go.
Halimbawa sa akin, coach, 'di ba, ang tina-target ko is mga dentist or dental clinics. So, halimbawa, gagawin ko sila ng initially yung sa appointment settings nila, calendar. So, hindi nila kailangan magkaroon ng sariling sub-account?
That's correct. Kasi you can create multiple. So, I have a friend who's a lawyer. Tapos nakakatawa lang kasi mag-aano siya, mag-webinar siya. Tapos nakita ko, gumagamit siya ng Jot form or parang Google form. Tapos sabi ko, paano yan? Google form lang. Tapos paano kapag nag-fill out, saan napupunta yung data? Sa Google Sheet. So sabi ko, paano ka nag-automate ng email? This is a random conversation. Sabi niya, wala akong ganun. Paano ba yun? Diba? So I started saying, let me build you a CRM. Meaning to say, ang gagawin ko, gagawin kita ng form, tapos every time na somebody fills out a form, it goes to your pipeline. Ay, parang it goes to your database. Para pwede kang maggawa ng follow-up emails later on kung gusto mo silang i-nurture. So ako, yung naging offer ko to her is, gagawin ko siya ng form, at the same time, gagawin ko siya ng calendar, and binigyan ko rin siya ng access sa sub-account. So in this offer, kailangan ko siyang bigyan ng sub-account. Pero there are offers where you actually don't have to give them one. Kasi ang offer mo lang, huy, gawan kita ng calendar. Meaning to say, if you want that to be a paid calendar, gagawin kita. Right? Ang bibigyan mo lang sila ng access is the actual calendar link. So that when somebody book, sabihin mo, every time na may nagbo-book ng call sa'yo, manonotify ka. Isa-set up mo yun ngayon sa automation. Kasi ang kailangan lang naman nila pag na may nag-book ng call sa kanila, makuha nila information, right? Hindi naman nila
Pero
kailangan access pilot.
pag halimbawa, coach, nag-decide sila na yung mga leads na nakukuha nila from appointment, gusto rin nilang in-nurture, ganyan. So, mayroon na silang CRM. So, kailangan nila magkaroon ng sariling sub-account.
Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
noted.
So, depende
Thank
sa
you.
offer. So, itong friend ko na attorney ended up buying a sub-account from me. Kasi sabi niya, ay, ang powerful naman. Nagugulat din sila, guys. So, imagine, try to introduce that to any of your friends, professionals, gyms, dental, lalo mga attorneys, natutuwa sila. Naluloka sila na, ay, ang powerful, paano mo ginawa yun? Although, ang ginawa ko lang naman, pag nag-form submit, nanonotify siya. Yun lang. Tapos, nanonotify din yung nag-fill out ng form na, hey, thank you for filling out the form, etc., etc. So, sabi niya, ang galing. Sabi niya, ay, hindi yan magaling, sis. Sobrang simple lang nung ginawa ko talaga. And I did that in like less than 20 minutes.
Sa assignment 2 and 3.
Yes. Sabi ko sa inyo, just give it a try. Ma-amaze kayo how they react from those little automations. Okay? May nagtatanong, all client domain is from Wix, then website niya is from Wix. Gusto niya po yung mga links ng forms niya is from High Level. Okay. Pwede naman. Wala namang problema doon. If you wanted na yung links niya will be from High Level, gawa ka lang ng CTA button. Ibig sabihin from Wix. Di ba pag gumawa tayo ng website? Imagine this is this is Wix. Kunwari lang Wix lang to. Di ba? Imagine lang this is Wix, pero technically it's not Wix. Pero inside of Wix, you can technically do the same thing. So here, kunwari ito yung website niya. Paano daw may connect yung form inside of that website na outside of High Level? So, any other websites, guys, pwede kayong maglagay ng what we call the CTA button or the call to action button, right? So, you have two options. You can either just modify that CTA, kunin mo yung form link mo, right? Sobrang simple. Punta ka dun sa link, and it will ask you to direct it to a URL. So, kung nasa Wix ka, ganun din. Yung CTA button, i-route mo lang siya into the high-level form. Okay? A more complex way to do it is embedding. So, meaning, inside of Wix, hanapin mo si code. Ayan, lagay mo si custom code doon. Balik ka sa form sa high-level. Punta ako sa sites, punta ako sa forms. Ito yung form ko sa high-level. Again, just imagine I'm doing it in Wix, ha? Ay, wala pala akong form dito. Punta ako sa demo account. So, ito yung form. Hanap lang ako random form.
Hello po, coach.
Yes, wait lang
Yes
ha.
po. Ako po yung nag-ask ng question.
Ay, sure.
Question ko lang po is, yun sa branded domain lang po. Ilalagay ko po dun sa part ng branded domain niya is, yung po bang domain, yung halimbawa po, stylerises.com or lalagyan ko po ng name niya sa start kasi po ayaw niya pong ilipat yung Wix website niya po sa Go High Level.
Hindi mo kailangan pakialaman yung domain na connected sa Wix. Kung ang kailangan mo lang naman is to capture yung mga forms, yung leads coming from the form, i-connect mo lang yung form from Wix. Wala kang kailangan baguhin sa domain?
Hindi ko po kailangang i-connect yung domain sa Go High Level. Gusto niya lang po kasi is lumabas po yung brand name niya
Dito
sa mga
ba?
links. Yes po, yes,
Dito?
that part
You
po.
just have to go ahead and do that inside of the branded domain.
Yun. Ang question po is ang ilalagay ko po ba yung stylerises.com po or may name po muna niya sa start na lang? Kasi po
Nilalagay
gamit,
mo lang siya branded domain, whatever you wanna call it. So for example, app that. So remember, that's the prefix. Ano yung root domain mo? So when you can always choose a different prefix kasi yan lang naman yung parang pang identifier mo na okay, anything that's from high level, it's gonna be yung mga forms ko from high level, it's gonna be known as app that this one. This is now your
okay
root.
po.
So kiklik mo lang yung add domain, tapos ito na yung ilalagay mo dun sa may
Yes po.
domain record.
Napanood ko na po yung masterclass. Natatakot lang po akong maglagay sa unahan. Baka po magka-problema sa
Wag
website
root
niya.
domain yung ilalagay mo dito, yung mismong subdomain lang for the brand. For forms lang ang purposes niya.
So, pwede ko pong, since calendar po, pwede pong yung name niya muna sa unahan, like, halimbawa po,
Pwede naman,
lucy.stylerises.com na lang po.
kung ayaw mo ng app, kung gusto mo Lucy, pwede rin. This basically
Sige
updates
po.
the link from the form, from the calendar, lahat yun.
Yes po. Thank you po.
Yes. Okay, welcome. Kala ko naman yun lang so game. Coach, probably pwede pa sample if kaya pa ng oras yung paano Facebook group automation using probably. Agot, baka kulang yung oras pero i-parking lot natin, Agot, tapos sa next call. Okay lang?
Okay lang, coach. Okay sa Tuesday.
Yes, sige. Pero kung meron pong payment method, obligado ng BJ, sorry, can you clarify your question yung sa may part na pero kung meron pong payment method, obligado ng additional, ano ibig sabihin nun? BJ? BJ, can you unmute yourself? Yes, Renee, basta may CRM kang offer, kailangan nila ng sub-account. Kasi you're giving them access to the account eh. Meaning, kailangan nila makita yung conversations, yung contacts. So, as long as that is your offer, you have to give them a sub-account access. Okay? Pero kung meron pong, hindi ko maintindihan yung question ni BJ, sige, chat mo muna BJ. Pwede po magtanong kahit di po related. Oo naman, ano yung di related sa SaaS, Glez?
Kailangan po mag-unmute na.
Go, unmute yourself.
Kasi may drip email campaign po ang client ko, then may email greetings po based sa holidays, year-round po siya. Including po yung day. May mga contacts na din po siya. So, yung hindi ko po alam gawin yung workflow po na ma-automate po yung pagsisend ng email.
For a specific holiday?
Opo.
Okay, let's check. Meron naman yan, meron naman. I haven't really done it, pero you can definitely add let me double check. Nakalimutan ko na yun eh, pero let me double check. So, wait. Na magpo-fall into a certain holiday, tama?
Opo.
Sige, let's double check. Ano na nga yung ginawa ko before? Alam ko wait yun eh. Event, ito yun. Dito yun. Ito. Kita mo to? Tawag dito. Asa na siya? Glez? You see this? So you can actually create a workflow that is, for example, for an exact date. Wait lang. Paano yung ginawa ko? Dali lang tignan natin.
Isa-isang workflow na lang po kada ano?
Oo. Kada holiday. Correct. Hindi siya yung isa lang.
Opo. May nakita po kasi ako sa YouTube, parang isa lang yung ginawa niya. Parang hirap nun. Kaya binabalak ko din po isang workflow na lang kada ano.
Oo. So, pwede kang maglagay ng contact tag na trigger. So, for example, contact tag Christmas. So, kapag in-add nyo yung contact tagging na Christmas, pwede kayong mag-trigger na mag-wait for specific number of months or day of the year or minutes. Tapos kung ano yung gusto nyong i-send na email for that specific day.
Diyan po ata sa may when, may exact date din po ata. Sa before, yung when po sabi before.
Tignan natin na before.
O dyan sa ilalim. Ayan, parang.
Ito exact time eh. Exact time siya.
Okay. Time po pala yan.
Time lang siya, not date. So, it has to be like the specific month. Nakalimutan ko na kung paano ko 'to gamitin kasi ginamit ko na siya once before, pero hindi ko na ulit siya ginawa. Pero this is how you're gonna do it. Ayan. Ay! Meron akong naalala parang may ano din 'to, custom date. May custom date reminder 'to. Wait lang hanapin ko kung meron pa. Custom date reminder. Meron kasing action before called date reminder. Parang nawala, wait lang Date and time formatter. Dito puwede rin 'to, Glez.
Opo. Yes po.
Ayan, format hindi format, Asan na yung custom date reminder? Date. This one, uses event. Oh, this one, event start date. Ito yun, specific date and time. Ito pala yun. So, pwede kang kunwari, July, ano ba yung mga holiday? July 12? July 4, ano ba yung July 4? Parang
Independence po.
Independence Day sa US. So, kunwari meron kang specific date, yan, set event start date, tapos saka lang magpa-fire yung automation mo. Gets?
Okay. So, okay na po yan siya sa ano, yung nabasa ko kasi parang gagawa ng tagging ng bawat contact.
Yes, gagawa mo siya ng tagging. May trigger siya for tagging.
Yun nga po, paano po matatag yung bawat contact? 3,000 plus po kasi yung nasa CRM niya. Yung nabasa ko.
So for example, 'di ba, contact tag, this is gonna be anong holiday ito? Sabi niyo, anong holiday ito?
Independence po.
Independence Day. Okay, Independence. So meaning anyone in the system that's ever been tagged as Independence, we want to be able to fire this specific automation on that set date. So what we can actually do is may dalawang ways to do it. Pwede mo siyang gawin manually directly from the contact. So meaning kung may 3,000 contact ka and you wanna go ahead and, alam mo yun, greet them on that day na may Independence. So you can click on all those contacts and add the tag na Independence Day para mag-fire yung automation mo. Kung ano man yung nandun sa loob ng automation.
Oh.
Right?
Pero paano po sila itatag lahat with the custom tag?
Ito, all contacts.
Okay.
Yan yung manual way The other way is from a form submission. So, kunwari may hidden field ka na matatag siya as, let's say, Independence. I don't know how you wanna do that. Kung gusto mong automated from a form submission pa lang. So, meaning from a form submission, pwede kang maglagay ng add action Independence. Tapos may nakalagay na specific date events. So, saka pa lang siya magka-fire on that said date. So, pwedeng ganon. Pero mas safe, manual mo na lang kasi di ba once in a year lang naman siya. So, I suggest, select all contacts or tama create a smart list. So, kunwari may smart list ka ng contact na yon. So, kunwari for specific group of people, pwede ka naman kasi mag-search ng contact based on a specific condition. So, meaning, everybody that's ever been tagged as this. So, you wanna be able to select all those contact tapos add tag ka lang ng Independence to fire the same automation.
Okay po.
Okay. Does that make sense, Gless?
Opo, thank you po.
Coach, pwedeng magtanong?
Bawal. Coach, Philippine Peso. Sabi ko lang si Joyce Si Joyce, yung sa Salig Pay for now, it's actually Philippine Peso. So for example, nag-invoice ka ng dollar, it will be converted to peso. So I don't really suggest muna to use it ng USD kasi we're still working on it. So right now, it's only safe to use in the Philippines pa lang, locally. Okay. If you wanted to receive payments from your clients abroad and you want to use Salig Pay, you have to invoice them in Philippine Peso. So just just give them a heads up na hey, yung invoice mo is gonna be automatically converted into Philippine Peso. Ito nga pala yung conversion rate. So when they process it, hindi sila masashock na bakit 50,000 to instead of $1,000. Okay? At least for Salig Pay for now. We'll keep you posted kasi that's something that we're still working on. So later on, magbabago yun. Okay? Yeah, sino may question?
Ako, coach.
Go.
Bernadette.
Go.
Tanong ko lang regarding sa domain.
Mhm.
Maglo-launch kasi kami ng website ngayon. Yung website is made from WordPress.
Mhm.
So, i-connect siya ngayon sa GHL.
Mhm.
Kasi typically, di ba, ang ideal talaga is pareho yung domain, yung main domain, na gagamitin to the high level para kung gumawa ka ng subdomains para sa marketing strat mo, and that includes pati yung mga portals and all, nasa iisang domain lang.
Mhm.
Tanong ko lang kasi parang nagkakaroon kami ng issue kasi ang ginawa namin, gumawa kami meron kami isang domain na nasa high level ngayon na binili sa Cloudflare.
Mhm.
Ngayon, hosted din siya sa Cloudflare. So, doon namin ipinasok ang email marketing, branded domain, pati yung portal, yung membership site namin nandun. Ngayon, ang website namin, wala pa siyang hosting kasi wala pa siyang hosting kasi parang nagkakaroon kami ng confusion in regards dun sa kasi parang sinasabi niya na dapat daw yung sa website is a standalone domain para if ever there will be any issues inside high level, hindi maapektuhan yung mismong website domain. Tama ba yun, Coach?
Magkakaroon ng issue. I don't see any possibility na kung paano maapektuhan yung main root domain niya if we're using subdomain. So what I'm saying is, kunwari so ang website mo kasi is the www.hla.com, right? www.hla.com, that's your main root domain, right? That's your actual main for your website. Anything else that you create, meaning portal.hla.com, that's totally independent from your root domain, although it's connected, pero it's totally independent. So anything that happens under the portal dot, or let's say app.hla.com doesn't have anything to do with the main root domain na www. Kasi they're totally independent eh. So I don't know how that's gonna be affected in any way kung may mangyari man sa high level account. Kasi totally
Parang
separate
hosted siya within high level. Tama ba? Yung subdomains na ginawa, parang
Hindi, ang
kasi
host mo si Cloudflare, wala siyang kinalaman, kinonect mo lang si high level, wala siyang host mo pa rin at the end of the day si Cloudflare. That's still your DNS hosting. So wala
Pero Coach,
siyang
kasi parang sinasabi sa akin nung web dev ko na parang magkakaroon, there might be an issue in the future.
Anong
Kasi
issue?
parang it has like
Anong
yung
potential na magiging issue na makikita niya kamo? Tanungin mo, anong potential na
parang
issues?
sa mga plugins yata. Parang sa Elementor, ganyan. Parang hindi yata compatible with high level pag i-connect siya. What is the best way to connect yung
Kung
yung
hindi
sa
mo naman
Cloudflare?
ginagamit yung subdomains inside of that website, I don't see any reason na magkakaroon siya ng issue. I think they're just confused. Hindi mo naman kinoconnect yung WordPress directly to high level eh. Wala namang gumagamit ng Elementor sa high level. So wala siyang kinalaman sa domain. I don't see any connections at all dun sa may part na yun. So tell them, ano yung nakikita mong issue? Kasi again, your subdomains, iba yung purpose niya, iba yung reason niya why created it, and that's only for portal, that's for forms, that's for calendars. Wala siyang connection to your website na created from WordPress. Kasi may separate siyang domain. Right? Meaning may separate siyang www.domain. It has nothing to do with any other subdomains that you have created. Gets, Bernadette? So, standalone siya. Hindi siya walang magiging effect na pag may nangyari sa high level, may mangyayari ba sa website ko? Walang ganun. Yun.
So, goods lang yun, Coach. Cloudflare pa rin kami. Ang
Oo,
hosting. Kasi parang ang gusto niyo mangyari, bibili kami ng ibang domain.
Hindi
Tapos
siya
saka palang i-connect sa
necessary.
tapos hosted ng ibang
Hindi siya
hosted ng ibang
necessary. I don't see any reason for him to do that. Wala. Like zero reason.
So goods lang yun, isang domain kami.
Domain lang. Hindi naman yan parang email na parang kapag nag-bounce. Kaya nga tayo gumagamit ng subdomain eh. Para kung, kunwari, subdomain na gumawa ka for email, marketing.hla.com, ginamit ka yun for email. Ngayon na-report yun to be spam. yun lang yung maapektuhan, yung domain, subdomain lang na yun, yung marketing dot lang. Hindi maapektuhan yung main root domain mo. Kaya tayo gumagawa ng subdomains kasi independent siya. So yun, pwede mong delete yun. Pwede kang gumawa ulit ng another subdomain still connected with the main root domain. Kasi wala naman siyang connect sa each other. Ay,
So pag i-connect, hello
nagulat
baby.
ako.
So pag i-connect mo yung domain galing ng website to high level, as
Bakit
in,
mo
paano yan?
i-connect yung domain kung created sa high level, kung created siya sa WordPress? Domain needs to be connected, meaning your domain for your website needs to be connected inside of WordPress. Wala siyang kinalaman kay high level. That's totally different.
So hindi siya dapat integrated, kumbaga
Wala,
i-connect para
form
sa
lang.
CRM.
Kasi ginamit mo na yung WordPress for your website. So wala siyang connect. Wala siyang role sa high level at all.
Hindi ba
Unless
sila dapat connected? Kumbaga integrated sila pareho para dun sa mga analytics and all that.
pwede yon sa may part lang ng analytics, pero in a sense na connected yung domain, wala. Yung domain mo for your website, since na you chose to use WordPress, needs to be in WordPress. Wala kang i-connect for your domain inside of high level. Walang ganon. Kasi ang main website mo nga si WordPress eh. Ay, yung
Ganun pala, akala ko,
yung sinasabi mong issue is if you created a website from high level, tas create ka ng website from WordPress, tas ginamit mo yung parehong domain. That's the issue there. Kasi dalawa yung house niya. Right? Eh, in your case kasi, they chose WordPress, so stick with WordPress. Doon mo i-connect yung domain mo. Kasi nga, yung domain mo can only be connected sa isang bahay. You can't have two. Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa'yo na walang connection yung paggawa niya ng website from WordPress kasi that's where they have to connect their domain, not from high level. The ones that are only gonna be housed in high level for your domains are the ones that's gonna be used for forms, for emails. Yun yung sinasabi kong subdomains na.
so hindi pala kailangan nakakonect talaga yon.
Hindi.
Na magkakaroon lang ng connection is only, pero sa workflow yun, di ba? Kung gagamit ka man ng mga subdomains, papasok yun dun sa pipelines mo and all, sa CRM, kumbaga.
Sa
So
form na
yung,
yun, yung form yung pinag-usapan natin ngayon. If you wanted to capture yung data from WordPress, ito na yung sinasabi natin na either magpa-public ka para ma-capture mo yung form from WordPress to high level, or ang gawin mo na lang, i-embed mo yung form ni high level directly to your WordPress website. So, ang connected lang sa high level is the form. Para anyone na enters your website, fills out the form, directed na siya doon directly sa high level. Unless, tama si Brian, if you wanna use the WP na, alam mo yun, plug-in, WordPress plug-in, pwede din naman yun, yung sa lead connector ni high level. Right? Pero again, hindi, I don't normally do that kasi kung ang reason mo lang naman is form submissions, edi embed mo na lang, ba't gagastos ka pa for WordPress plug-in? So, depende siya sa use case.
okay. Thank you, Coach.
So, kung malito, WordPress, doon yung domain niya. That's for the website. Okay? Hindi mo siya kailangan i-connect in any way inside of high level, yung domain for your website. Okay?
Pero lahat ng subdomain, Coach, galing dun sa root domain ng website, ha?
Oo, wala kang problema yun. Independent nga siya. Independent. Kahit kumuha ka pa ng 50 na subdomains, independent yan from each other. Kahit anong mangyari doon sa mga subdomains, ma-block yan lahat, it will not affect your main root domain. Kasi nga, created na yung subdomains mo eh. Kaya yun yung purpose ng subdomain. Para walang mangyari doon sa main root domain mo.
Okay.
Right?
Noted,
That's the
Coach.
purpose
Thank
of
you.
Okay. Alright guys, so it's 9:59. I have actually a call at 10. Di na ako nag-dinner, Diyos ko. Late kasing dumating yung yung kaulaman namin, na aksidente daw yung naglalamove. Anyway, parang naghihintay kami mga 3 hours na. Joke lang. Ayan, so I hope you guys have learned something today, especially sa SAS. I'm sure that you are excited, lalo si Melissa kanina, no? Or yung mga nagma-manual ngayon for creating sub-accounts. I think you can now introduce to the client, to your own clients na, hey, there's a way pala to automate this process. Let's explore that option. Okay? So it's an additional value that you can really provide to your client. Okay? So guys, if there's nothing else, again, we're doing this last plugin. We're actually doing ano tawag dito, in-person training. So if you guys are interested, kasi we're gonna be going in different locations. So parang more on done for you CRM siya. So kung wala pa kayong CRM and everything, we're gonna do that in person. Right now, the next stop namin is Batangas. Guys, move on. Batangas is April 25, 26, 27. And then tomorrow is Mandaluyong siya. Pero ano na yun, close na siya. So just watch out for those kasi if you're part of HLA, you get 20% for that in-person event. Okay, so just an FYI. Okay, thank you guys so much. I have to hop on another call. Happy Thursday, guys. See you soon.
Thank you.
Soon talaga eh, kasi hindi ko alam
Bye-bye.
kung ako yung sa Tuesday. Alright, sige guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Wala yung mama ni Jill dito.